Hiya, so in this video I'm going to be replacing the audio system in the MX5 NB. I've had this car a little while now, and unfortunately the stereo just isn't that great, so I'll show you and explain why. So the stereo is a double din. It's got front USB, Bluetooth, obviously FM, CD, but unfortunately the Bluetooth won't connect to my phone. I can't delete the existing two devices on it, despite what the instruction manual and the internet say. So the electric aerial doesn't work, so I'm limited on that. The USB will only play the songs that are factory on my phone. I can't use Spotify, which is really annoying, and I don't listen to CDs anymore, so yeah, not ideal. And I noticed when I first got it that this fascia isn't really secured very well, and there's a piece of wood that's been painted black and it's tilted back. I don't know if you can see it. So yeah, let's dig deep into why this is fitted like this, and see what we can replace it with. So it turns out it's a single din unit with a double din fascia with some brackets bolted on. That's probably why the stereo wasn't fitted right in the cage. So yeah, that does explain quite a bit. 2019 model, so it's not historically old. It's not that bad. So yeah, not too bad. So put that to one side. Obviously ISO lead, aerial, cage. So looking for an aftermarket stereo is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's got to tick so many boxes. You got to make sure that it's got the features that you want. It's got to look nice, perform well. It isn't going to die on you after 6 weeks of use. So working in the motor factors does help when it comes to sourcing some parts. So we do stereos, and this one caught my eye. So it's a Pioneer SPH DA160 DAB. So this one has Bluetooth, DAB. It's also compatible with Apple Car and Android Auto, Waze, and you can also USB mirror. So looks a quite smart unit. I notice there's no buttons or anything, so it's all touchscreen. So yeah, let's get out of the box and have a look. Yeah, it's a quite smart looking unit, to be fair. So trying to not get bad reflections. The camera's struggling to focus. So yeah, luckily with the car having an aftermarket stereo already, it's already got the ISO lead. Looks like it was already a DIN style adapter, so this should plug straight in. The cage looks in decent condition, to be fair, so I'll just reuse that. Hopefully it locks in. Let's see what else is in the box, and yeah, just in case there's extra leads and whatnot. I don't want to fit it first and then realise there's another lead to fit. So yeah, there's a few different leads. So you got rear camera, rear view camera in. What else we got? Rear auxiliary, but I won't be needing that. And then what else we got? Rear monitor out. I suppose that'll be for like reversing camera. Subwoofer, and then we also got some phono or RCA outs. So yeah, won't be needing them. There's the USB extension, which will definitely be needed because I don't think my charger lead will reach, and the microphone. So I've started to route, or well, push the microphone through, ready. So I've just got to grab that from the footwell, connect everything up, test it before I push the stereo in, and feed this through. Right, so that's all plugged in. The unit is not quite pushed in, so I'm just going to switch it on and test it. Try not to get reflections in. There we go. So obviously, I don't think the radio is going to work. I don't want to play it because of copyright. So swipe, aux, camera view, and mirroring. I don't know if you can be able to see that on the screen. USB, iPod, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So yeah, it seems to be working all okay. Let's have a look in the settings. Illumination, night illumination, not obviously changed. We changed the wallpaper. It'd be cool if you could change the background to one yourself. I don't know if that's possible, to be fair. Ah, you can. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. So I wonder if I can connect my phone to the USB and try it. Illumination colour, blue, reds, it's like a yellowy orange, green and white. Let's go red, as that is kind of the colour theme to go with the blue. So that's cool. Right, so that's all working. Let's push it back. I've now gathered the microphone wire into here, so I just need to run it through the dash and up the A-pillar, and yeah, that should be good to go. Right, so the microphone's now routed through, and if the camera decides to pick up, so I placed it here thinking that was be the best location. Sorry for the lighting, just trying to focus on the harsh sunlight. So with the soft top latch released, it does clear the microphone. So yeah, very happy with that. It's nice and neat. So then the stereo should now be fully functioning. Right, so I'll play some static just to show the next issue. So I've noticed that the audio had been really quiet. So I've been playing around with the settings. So we go fader all the way to the right. So have a listen to the driver's side speaker and tweeter. So then go all the way to the left. Nothing. Apologies, that is difficult to pick up on the audio, but in person you can definitely only hear the right hand side speaker. So let's strip off the passenger door card and fit some replacements. So there's a trim clip here, and just inside the door handle cup there's a little screw there. So let's see if we can do all this one-handed. Don't want to lose that screw. There's a screw just here. He says. So that's the screw from the door handle. So once that's done, that should then release all the poppers around the edge. Can use a trim tool, but normally it's okay just to pull, just make sure there's no screws on the bottom. There's a trim clip on the side here. And another one at the bottom. So the cup around the door handle has to come off. A little bit tricky holding the camera. So with the cup removed, there is one more screw hidden just at the bottom of the handle. So the door card should then release, then you can lift it up. Just be mindful of the wiring of the speaker and the tweeter. So the tweeter has a little plug. So with the tweeter disconnected, time to access the speaker itself. So this looks like a 5x7 speaker. Well, I hope so, it's a 5x7 because that's what I've ordered. So there's 4 screws on each corner. So with the speaker pulled out, it's just a single plug, and there we go, that's the speaker removed. So when it comes to the new speaker, they'll have a different configuration on the plug. So you can buy adapters, you can chop this off, but if you want to refit OE speakers again, which you probably won't, then you'll need to keep the plug. So I'll show you the speakers that I've gone for. So I bought these Vibe Slick Series 2 5x7s. So these are 4 ohm and they are 80 watt RMS, I believe. So a little bit more powerful than what you will mainly find. I think the MX5 parts ones are only 35 watt from memory. I could be wrong. I did look at those first, but they were out of stock. Seems to be a popular thing. So yeah, got these from Amazon. Then they cost about £55, I think. So a little bit more than the MX5 parts ones, but never mind. To make the adapter, so the speakers come with these terminals already on the end. One's larger, one's small. So the smaller one is typically the earth, and then it's got bare ends. So I'm just going to trim the wiring down just so it's not as long. I mean, you could leave it this long, it's up to you. And then I'm going to crimp on some male terminals on the end. This will then plug into the original loom. Then you've got to worry about chopping the plug off and soldering or anything like that. So that's the old speaker removed from the surround. There is a tiny bit of glue, so you will need to use a flathead screwdriver just underneath to prise it apart. So then the new one should go straight in. With the speaker now screwed onto the mounting bracket, the speaker is now connected, now screwed back on to the door using these existing screws. Now is a good time to test it just to make sure it's all working before putting the door card back on. Yep, that now all works. So it's just now a reversal of the first steps to refit. So plug the tweeter back in, two screws for the handle, door cup trim, the screw on the door cup, and then the trim clips around the outside. So the other side is exactly the same, so I won't film that, but yeah, I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.